Anyway, I want to make sure that this is able to be on YouTube. Anyway, but I count you as one of the most trusted human beings in my life. And you are one of the most genuine people I've ever met. And I'm really excited for people to hear your story. But I have to give some fun facts about you.
Oh, okay, we'll see what you got there.
Yeah, and I won't roast you, but okay, so this cracks me up. First of all, let's start out with you're retired EMT and firefighter, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yep.
You were raised on a dairy farm. I bet that was a stinky thing.
You know what? It was great though. I absolutely loved the farm. I thought it was great. Maybe not right at that time, but now when I look back, I think that was awesome. But yeah, it was pretty stinky. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think that that's where you got your work ethic from?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There was no laying around or anything like that. Everybody had chores. There were 7 of us. And let me tell you, Mom and Dad had all of us working. Oh, we all had chores. We all had something to do.
So, I love it.
Yeah, it was great.
Love
it. Was great.
So of course and this is what I love about you too, is we both are passionate about hiking and the outdoors. Absolutely. But I love you and Ken's marriage. The fact that, okay, I got to find this 47 years. Yeah. You and Ken have been married 47 years.
Yes, we have. Yeah. Yeah.
He is amazing. He's a gem.
Yeah, he sure is. I got lucky. I have to admit that. I really did. Yeah, you know what? It's when I look back, when you say 47 years, I'm thinking, wow, where did the time go? It just boom, it went right by. But I guess I got lucky because we both enjoy the same things. And yeah, he's a gem. He's a gem.
Yeah. He's another one I love being around. You can just be yourself when you're around Ken. Okay. You have 2 adult children. You lived in a motorhome for 7 years, traveling around the United States, you and Ken, and you still managed to be married.
Yeah. And that's awful. We did things a little differently. Usually people retire and then they get in their motorhomes and they travel around. Well, we got married, and about a year after we were married, we sold our house and bought a motorhome and got in the motorhome and just traveled around and worked at power plants throughout the United States. So it was nice because in the wintertime we could be south, and in the summertime we could be up north. So we kind of had the best of both worlds, actually. Yeah, and met a lot of good people. Yeah, it was awesome. Saw a lot of good country. It was great.
So,
loved it.
So you did that as newlyweds?
Pardon me, Jen?
You did that as newlyweds?
Newlyweds, yes. We were probably married about a year. And, it was great. I mean, it was great. We didn't have any kids. And then when the kids came, of course, it was time to move back home and settle down a little bit, I guess. I don't know.
So exciting. I love that. Okay. I love this part. You guys, this blows my mind. You sailed in the Bahamas with your boat hopping from K to K, fishing, diving, and exploring. Was this before kids, after kids?
No, this was after kids. In fact, this was after the kids had graduated and were gone, and Ken and I retired. We took our boat, we went down to the Keys, and we stayed in the Keys for about a month, and we just kind of hopped around waiting for the weather to get right. And one morning we got up and it was calm out. We thought, this is it, we got to go. So we went across, we got to Bimini, checked into customs, got our flag, put our flag on, and just went from island to island. But I'll tell you what, we got caught in one nasty storm while we were out there. We were leaving Nassau and going back to Chup Cay, and we checked the radar and everything looked good, everything looked great. And we're out in the middle of the ocean, and I kept looking at the radar, and I told Ken, look at this storm. This storm is moving in on us. And just like that, the sky opened up and the swells were higher than our boat. We couldn't see anything. We watched the GPS, and I would tell Ken, right, left, and we made it to Chup Cay. And it was crazy, but it was great. I don't know. I would do it again, I think. Amazing. I really would now that we did it one time.
So is that when you caught this 135-pound hammerhead shark?
No. When Ken and I were living in our motorhome, we went down to Port Aransas, Texas.
Okay.
And we started working on the dolphin docks, and we started taking people out deep sea fishing. And while we were out there, caught this 135 hammerhead shark, and I was reeling it in, and my arm was getting tired, and all Ken had to tell me was, you want me to take it over so that I can say I caught a bigger fish that year? And I said, heck no. And I got it in. That was also just a really fun time in our life. It was great. Yes.
Well, I'm hoping that you write about all of your adventures, because I think there's so many hidden lessons and everything that you guys have gone through and experienced and explored. And one of my favorite memories with you, I have so many, but one of them was coming over to North Dakota, staying with you and your sister-in-law, and just being women, just being girls, and laughing and getting stuck in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, that was great. Again, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, stranded. But I will never forget you, and we won't get into this today, but I remember you were telling me lessons that you've learned as a beekeeper, and you were explaining to me how the queen operates and how the bees operate. It was so fascinating to me. And I remember thinking, okay, Cindy is someone I want to hang out with as often as possible, because there's just so much to learn from you. And you always have had such a positive outlook on life, and your attitude, it could be like something that most people would see negative. You turn it and you're like, no, this is good. And you're a hard worker, but it wasn't like, tell me a little bit about, it's not always like that for you. And you have struggle.
No, it wasn't always like that. Absolutely not. After I retired, I always wanted to be in a business with my sister-in-law Doris, because she was always having so much fun. Every time you talked to her, everything she showed you was always so much fun. And I thought, yeah, I want to do this. Yeah. So I hopped on board with her, and that's when I joined Q Sciences. Well, I had a lot of loss in my life right about that time. I lost my brother that was 56 years old. He was the most healthiest guy you'd ever want to meet. He was not on any medication. He never was sick a day in his life. And he died of a massive heart attack. I mean, no warning, no nothing. He was gone. And 9 days later, we lost my nephew that was 29. He was my godchild. Mm-hmm. And that was all natural causes. And that was just another shock in such a short amount of time. And that's when my mom's health started to go downhill. And she lost a son. She lost her first grandchild. And so her health started going. And then we lost my mom. And I'll tell you what, I went into such a dark, deep place that I could not pull myself out of there.
Right.
I was my insides were like this constantly. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. I was very lonely. I was sad. I could be in a house full of people, but I was still lonely. I was scared. I was scared to be alone. I was scared to be with people. It was just nasty. And I got to such a point where I would just cry for no reason. The tears would just come, and I would cry and cry. But the crazy thing about all this, I wore a smile on my face. Nobody knew what I was going through inside. My heart was just shattered. I thought, when I lost all those people, I thought, well, the world's going to stop and they're going to let me get time to heal. But the world kept on going. Everybody kept on moving. Nothing stopped.
Yep.
And I didn't have time to heal from any one of those because they were so close. And I didn't know what to do. And I was at a point where I just said, you know what, God, either just take it. I mean, I don't know how you want to do this, but let's end it. Let's end it one way or another. And that, that when I think back on that now, I think, boy, that's scary when your mind is like that.
So can I ask you in that spot that you were at, did you, because that's not you.
No, it's
I'm
not.
asking this because you and I are very similar, and I've had those, some struggles. And when you're experiencing that, were you aware, like, this is not me, but you didn't know what to do?
Well, right away, I when I started feeling a little sad, I thought, well, that's pretty normal. But then when all this other stuff started piling up on me and inside me, these feelings, no, I thought this is not me. And no matter what I tried, I could not get it to leave. And of course, I went to the doctor, and their doctors are there. They're awesome. They're there for a reason. But the first thing they want to do is either up your meds or give you a prescription.
Yep.
And I am not a pill pusher, because my mom, when she passed away, she was on 19 different meds. And I just don't think that was healthy. But anyway, and I went to the health food store looking around, and I thought, there's 3,000 products here. I don't know what I need. Yeah. And I just didn't know what to do. Well, then when I joined Q, I had to buy some product. And the product that I chose was this. It was one of them was Q.
Absolutely.
My baby. I will never be without this.
Yep.
And the reason that I trusted this product and Q is because I know that Q Science has the science behind their products. And I also got to meet Dr. Kimberly.
Yeah.
And he is a naturopath. And I tell you what, I trust him. I trust what he had to say. So I started taking my Q Max, and I started taking 2 tablets in the morning and 2 tablets in the afternoon.
Right.
And I told myself, don't expect a miracle overnight. Just try it. Just give it time, because if I can do things naturally, that's how I want to heal. And you know what? It was about 2 weeks. And I got up one morning, and that pending doom wasn't so heavy in my heart. And I thought, and here the sun was coming up, and I thought, wow, that looks pretty nice. And I hadn't done that for a long, long time. And as I kept taking the Q Max, things started changing. The fog in my head started to lift. It started to disappear. Everything, my mental clarity, I could think again. Yeah. My gut did not hurt so bad. My family, we could talk, and then someone would say something, and this one day I got this belly laugh, and they all kind of looked at me like, whoa, Mom, that's pretty cool, because I lost all that.
Right.
I lost that on that journey. And then I added the Q Fuse. This is another one of my favorites. These two together have just saved my life. And I'm not here to say that, I'm going to heal you, or I'm going to fix you, or whatever. This is what worked for me.
This is your story.
Yep. And the thing is, when I told people, no one knew what was going on with me, because I put a smile on my face. Mm-hmm. But when I told people what was happening, their first response was, oh my gosh, I felt that way, or I feel that way too. But people are so afraid to say it. Yep. So afraid to say, I'm hurting. My mind isn't right. My heart is heavy. I don't know what to do with all these emotions and this jitteriness, and not being able to sleep, and all these things that go with that. Right. And so I tell you what an improvement in my life and my mental health. I'm back to the old Cindy. And then I started taking this, and this is something new for me too. It's called Chill.
Yes, Chill. I actually just started.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Because if I'm, during the day, sometimes if I'm feeling a little stress coming on, or, feeling rushed a little bit, I just take my Chill, and I'll tell you what, I'm back. I'm back.
So let's back up. The Fuse that you said you combine with the Max, the Fuse is actually our hemp oil. It's our water soluble hemp oil. And did you take that consistently every day?
Yes, I do. Okay. And I take 1 dropper full in the morning, and I take 1 dropper before I go to bed.
And then you've got your Max. So then
I have my Max.
Yeah. Yes. So then when we introduced terpenes, which is the Chill, I just want to make sure that there's clarity on what we're talking about. Yes. When we introduced the terpenes, which is a non-hemp elixir, what I love about that one, so I've been using Chill for quite a long time. I just started Comfort this week. And I'm really loving Comfort at night. So the Comfort and the sleep spray are just giving me enough relaxation to just fall into sleep. But what I love about those they're on an as needed basis. Mm-hmm. So like you said, you feel those old anxious thoughts and they start, oh, wait. I felt that. I don't want to, I don't want to
go there. I don't want to go there. Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I'll tell you how quickly that can happen in your life. You don't even realize it. And it took me into a place where I never want to go back.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm not saying that, you take this and everything's going to be just hunky-dory and beautiful and roses
Life still doesn't stop.
yeah, roses are going to be coming up. There's still some challenges. There always will be in life.
Yeah.
But, for me, if I can do things a natural way, I would rather do that than be on any medication. And I know as we age, things are going to start popping up. Our bodies aren't going to be holding up like when we were 15 or 20 or 21 years old or whatever. But I want to grow old gracefully. Right. I want to be able to enjoy life. If Ken and I want to go for walks, or if we want to hike or whatever, get on the bike and travel and go see some states and stuff. I want to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And and try to handle things as we can with what I have. And we have been. So
yeah.
It's
well, you have so much energy, and you guys are always like, sometimes I think, how does she do it all? Because the hiking and the boating, you guys are all of the things that you do, you really are active. And I know in our conversations before, you said that's your life by design.
That's right. It is. We just stay active. We just stay moving. And I think that's important too. You keep one foot in front of the other. I'm not saying run a marathon, but I think the more we move, the better our bodies are going to feel.
Oh,
like keep those bones and joints going.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, Cindy, I so appreciate you sharing your story with us. And like I said, if you guys watched our Dallas promotion video, anybody that's watched it, you can go back and try to find it. The crazy lady jumping up in the air on the beach. That is our Cindy. That is our Cindy that has more energy than like so many people that are half her age. And you have to find your own Cindy. You can't have my Cindy. Well, maybe, but everyone needs a Cindy in their life, because you do. You're a gem. And I know that if I ever need anything, and I've called you and we've cried together on the phone, and
the feelings are the same. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and you've been such a steady business partner as well. And you're doing amazing at this business. And I think watching your conviction in what the products have done for you, it seems to bring it at ease to be able to share it with other people. And I love seeing you care so much. You want other people to feel, I see that urgency in you of like, it doesn't have to be this way. And I have something.
That's right. Absolutely. I mean, you don't have to be afraid. Let's talk about it. If I can help one person to have them feel better, that's all I want. That's all I want. That's so important. Yeah. And so I started thinking about it, and I thought, what, if I could pull myself up from where I was to get back to the old city, I mean, hey, everybody can. Right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Hen. I know you're super busy, and I appreciate you taking your time out of your busy schedule to join us. And well, let me just check real quick if there's any questions. But I know Cindy will go back through the comments and answer any questions that you guys might have.
I sure will. And I appreciate you asking me to come on, Jen. I really do.
Absolutely. I love you, girl. All right.
I love you too.
We will see you guys next Wednesday, and have an amazing, amazing day. And thanks again, Cindy.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye. See ya.